So let's look at this one. It says, new student documentary describes how noxious heavy metals, noxious means poisonous, NOx means poison, or night, metals such as cadmium accumulate in plants and animals, right? So these bad heavy metals, and these are the things that give you cancer, right? You know, accumulate in plants and animals, enter rivers and lakes, and threatening the water supply. So obviously you're gonna know that there's something wrong because this is a parallelism question that we've been discussing, right? So does this match? You have to think about where the sentences really start and end, right? So new student document describes. Okay, you could theoretically end the sentence here, right? Describes. Okay, what does describe? It describes how, and from here on is prepositional phrases, right? How this happens, right? So why does A not work? Enter rivers and lakes. Well, enter is okay because it's heavy metals, right? And it's plural, right? And threatening the water supply. Now, does that match? Noxious describes how, such as can accumulate. That's one of the verbs in the phrases, right? Enter is another verb, and ing. It doesn't match. That's not parallel, and neither does this really. What about B? How they enter rivers and lakes and how they threaten the water supply. So this kind of sounds like the answer, but does it have to do with how? Well, probably because it's how here and how there, right? It's all hows, and they enter, just like accumulate, and they threaten, right? So all the verbs matches, and they all start with how. So B must be the answer, right? But let's check out the rest. What about C? They enter rivers and lakes and threaten the water supply. There's something really wrong with this because why? This is another sentence in itself, so it would be a comma splice or a run-on, so it can't be C, right? What about D? They are entering rivers and lakes and threatening the water supply. Okay, and the same problem as this one, right? They are entering. That's another sentence, but we already have a sentence to begin with over here, right? So we can't have that, and it's not parallel. What about E? Enter rivers and lakes and how the water supply is threatened. So obviously, this one is how, and this one is enter, just like answer, what was it? Was it A? A was that way? So we can't have E either. So the correct answer is B, and you really have to just go through all of them and eliminate the things that are not parallel, right? So it may not have been immediate at first because it starts with how, and maybe they just wanted 3 verbs after how, but it wasn't the case at all, right?